I've gotten to do some really cool, fun things in this profession. But I have to say, top of the list when I sit here and really think about it, being in Jimmy King's family, with Jalen Rose's family, on Family Feud as a kid who went to the University of Michigan because he idolized the Fab Five. Don't know how I convinced my parents that that was the path for my education because I love this basketball team. I should go to this college, but I did, and it was the best decision I ever made. And then I got to be on Family Feud with Jalen Rose and Jimmy King, and now Jimmy King joins this show. How are you, family?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing, Ben?
I love hearing your voice, man. Thank you so much for taking some time. Going to see you in a few weeks out in Detroit, I hope, at the JRLA tournament. What does it feel like to have Jalen Rose running a school in Detroit? What does that feel like for you?
Hey, it's awesome. It's just a testament to the young man. Jalen has always been a very thoughtful person and always looking to help someone else. I think that's his biggest attribute, is that he's a caring, giving man, and he's always been that way since the first day I met him. I stayed with him the summer prior, a couple of weeks before our freshman year, because I just wanted to get acclimated, to my surroundings, get situated. And Jalen opened up his home, a testament to he and his family, his mother, may she rest in peace, Mom Rose, and again, it extended to where we were family members on Family Feud. So it's just his nature.
It's so cool when you hear that coming from you, Jimmy, because you look back at that team and it really felt like a team. It still does today, 20 years later. Now guys are one and done or two and done, and they come in and they all form a group and they all try to go to the NBA, but it doesn't have that cohesion. It doesn't feel like a moment in time. When you look back and have some hindsight now, what was it about the five of you guys coming together that was different, you think, than other situations where high-profile prospects all try to link up and play at the next level?
Well, it's just different from the fact that, we wanted to play college. The era in which we came up, we wanted to be in the one shiny moment. We wanted to be in the NCAA, record books and lores of the ones that came before us, the greats, all the greats, Michael Jordan, Kareem, all those guys went to college. So, only a few NBA stars or legends skipped the college ranks. But particularly during our era, that was one of our goals: win a national championship with, the University of Michigan or Michigan or a school that we chose, and hopefully go on to the next level. But the separation that I think we had is that when we first got together, the cohesiveness was it was unmatched. It was natural. It wasn't forced. All of our personalities fit, and each of us understood and embraced our roles. And I think that's what made us successful.
Jimmy, if you had $1 for every time in your life a kid like me came up to you and said, I had the baggy shorts, I had the black socks, I had the black shoes, you'd be a multi-billionaire, I would imagine.
Absolutely. I literally just left the camp speaking to about 50 kids with my idol, Spud Webb, and I did mention that because, these kids don't know. They kind of look at me like, who are you? This old guy with gray hair. But I'm like, hey, I used to play the game. And then when I tell them, about the Fab Five, about Michigan, about my teammates, about the current coach, in Juwan Howard, they perk up and they start to really, hone in. So I do tell them that part of our legacy is the black socks and the baggy shorts. Somewhat the aesthetics of the game and how you can, really emotionally express yourself is also part of our legacy. So, I'm proud of that. And yes, if I had $1, I would be rich.
Jimmy, hey, what's up, man? This is TJ.
Hey, TJ.
And there's a question I want to give to you that I've already talked to Jalen about this. I talked to Juwan about this, and I talked to Chris about this, and I just want to bring it up to you. It was about that Fab Five uniform, man. As someone who was back in college in those days, I liked Michigan. I wasn't a huge Michigan fan, and yet, bro, I had the gold jersey and shorts. I had the white one. You guys, man, when you started that style with the black socks and the shoes, and most importantly, those long shorts, you took a lot of slack from the media.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were talking about the young brothers like they were hoods and this, that, and the third. And you guys really you went to bat and you did that for the culture, and it really changed everything. But now recently, man, we have this thing where like the shorts are creeping back up the thigh, man, and we got these hoochie daddy shorts as they're called now, and we're seeing a lot of thigh meat. We're seeing a lot of just a lot of things I don't want to see there, Jimmy. So I talked to the other guys, and I want to talk to you. How do you feel about the fact that the Fab Five's legacy was those baggy shorts, and now they're just getting tight and creeping up the thigh now?
I hate it. I hate it. To be honest with you, I don't like it at all. However, I understand that these kids today, they have their own style. They want to, kind of do the same things we did. They want to separate themselves from the status quo and stand out, and it becomes a trend. So honestly, I don't like it, but I'm not mad at it because, that is them embracing who they are and what they like. Skinny jeans are in. Looking at you could tell how many keys and how much money someone has in their pocket if you look closely.
That's what Jalen said. Jalen said he went to a game and he saw a kid blow a layup at the end of the game, and it was because his shorts were too tight. So,
you know what? Jay would say that, and it's funny because the camp I just left with the Texas Legends and Spud, one of the kids was talking to me, trying to explain to me why he missed the layup. And I said, there's no excuse. You should never miss a layup. And he said he tried to, do a reverse, and he was guarded. And then I was like, by who?
Those tight shorts is who it was.
I'm
Yeah.
not right. It was the tight shorts, my guy. And then you let a girl block your shot.
I love that you're out there at Camp Life. Jimmy King joining the show. Ben Lyons in for Rich on the Rich Eisen Show. I know you guys do a Fab Five camp up in Michigan, and Camp Life has sort of stayed the same since probably you were a camper. Now you're a counselor. The only thing that's changed is the kids play Fortnite now. What do you enjoy about Camp Life? I know you're always doing it every summer.
I love it. I love it because I get to interact with the kids. I get to learn new perspectives, and stay engaged with them. They're very inquisitive and smart. Give them an opportunity, hold a conversation with them, and you'll find that these kids are very in tune and they pay attention to what's going on out here in the world. So it's just kind of rejuvenation for me. Even though I may be physically tired, mentally I gain a lot from being around the kids. And after I recover, after a couple of days, it's also good physically. So it works both ways.
No, it's so rewarding. I would suggest anybody out there who has the opportunity to volunteer or coach at a basketball camp to do it. Jimmy, you'd be proud. I coached a couple years back down in North Carolina at Kenny Smith's camp. They gave all the teams a number. We were number 3, but I changed that. We were Team Michigan. And then I had one rule on my team. If you want to play in the game tomorrow, you got to take a shower today because the kids are 12 and they weren't bathing. So, we got to.
That's right. And unfortunately, sometimes you do have to be on them about their hygiene. You do have to wash your jerseys, not just wash yourself, wash your jerseys. I remember one time this kid did not wash his shirt for the whole week. And I was like, why? He was like, I don't want to wash out this good sweat. I'm like, yeah, but it's bad funk. So you want to get rid of that.
It's amazing. Young people are amazing, and that gets me back to the JRLA thing. It's been so cool to see Jalen step into this role. It's been so great to go out there and support the school and to get to know the kids and the students and see them graduate and work it out in the city and do all these amazing things. Set the scene for the audience watching and listening of what JRLA weekend is like, the big golf tournament every August.
Oh, it's great. I've done it every year. I believe this will be his 12th year. So it starts off on Sunday evenings with a gala, a light, kind of introduction to other golfers, other celebrities, donors, a lot of the students who attend JRLA, former students who attended JRLA are also there. So it's a lot of people from across the country. Yourself, Ben, coming in supporting Jalen. A lot of people from the New York Knicks, Scott Perry, who also is an extension of the University of Michigan family, and New York Knicks. Last year, Anderson Hunt. Just a lot of different celebrities and people who come to support. So it's a good time, and it starts off Sunday evenings with a gala and a dinner, and then the next day, Monday morning, mid-morning, we start our round of golf, and that obviously is just as fun, being out there, hitting the links, talking a lot of smack, as you know, and really just doing something great as far as fundraising for his school that benefits the children.
No, it's really a wonderful weekend because you feel like family there, and the school's presence is felt throughout. And I look forward to it, and I'm glad you'll be there again this year. It's coming up all of a sudden in like 6 weeks. So JRLA-Detroit.com. Now, Jimmy, speaking of family, one of the great moments in the history of Family Feud. I have one question for you, Jimmy. What does a man buy a woman a pair of?
A pair of bras.
What happened, Jimmy? I'm never going to let you live it down, bro. What happened?
Now, look. It's a family show, right? I wanted to say something else, but my mind jumped to...
Yeah, that's what happens. The mind will jump.
I knew my mom would be listening, and I also knew my girl would be listening. And no joke, she literally buys these, like, $600 bras, bro. So... It's incredible.
I joke with Jalen. It's the only championship he ever won on Family Feud. We got that money for the school. That was big time.
Hey, but you know what, though? Nobody talked about that clutch answer that I gave.
Nope, nobody remembers that. We just remember the two bras.
Nope. Merry-go-round. Only two people said merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
The question was, name something that goes around. And I said a merry-go-round. And only two other people said it. That was clutch. Nobody remembers that.
That was clutch. That was big time. Everybody remembers the buzzer beater. Nobody remembers that guy who comes in the first half and goes on a 6-0 run, Jimmy. The game of basketball and being a part of the Fab Five, one of the most iconic teams in the history of the sport, I can only imagine the types of relationships you've made off of it, or just the experiences you've had, places in the world you've traveled. We saw in the 30 for 30 on ESPN. After your freshman year, you guys all got to go to Italy, which is incredible footage. And just when you talk about being a part of that team, how has it stayed with your life? How is it playing out in your life today?
A lot of memories, a lot of friendships. We're family. It will be linked for life, whether we want to or not. But the beautiful thing about it is that we're all, to this day, still connected. The guys who were a part of that team hold special places in my heart. I almost feel indebted to them because without them showing us how to, embrace change and to incorporate, situations that aren't favorable, and making your best out of it. I've learned a lot from that at an early age from those guys. So that carries on throughout my life. And it's critical in a lot of moments when, I feel like I deserve something, but then I look back at we all have to play our role. We all have to, do what's best in that moment and keep pushing forward. And at the end of the day, we'll, hopefully, again, we'll be successful in whatever endeavor we're working on.
Well, it's been so great to see how much success Coach Howard has had now. It's got a nice ring to it, huh? What's it like for you to watch Juwan and these Wolverines?
Crazy, what's crazy about that is that when we were there, we used to joke about that. We used to joke about, who would potentially be a coach or who would be potentially the coach at the University of Michigan, it was always Juwan. It was never me or Jalen or Chris or Ray. It was always Juwan. So seeing that come to fruition and the success he had early, coming in, and he's going to have, it's a testament to Big Nuke, as we call him. He's a hard worker. Nobody's going to outwork that guy. We see that in the recruiting ranks. So, more power to him. He has all of our support and continued success.
I mean, when you're sitting around as college kids and you're talking about your future and you say, yeah, Juwan Howard, he's probably going to be a coach one day. Are you sitting around and saying Jalen's going to be a principal and Chris Webber's going to produce for Nas? Like, no.
Absolutely not. None of those things ever were talked about. But, again, like I told the kids today at the camp, don't ever settle for being good or don't let people kind of, put you or paint you in a corner. Just because you do one thing good doesn't mean that's all you can do. Just because we're, great basketball players or a good baseball player or a good gridiron player doesn't mean that you can't be a philanthropist, a businessman, a doctor, a lawyer, something other than an athlete. And so a testament to, what Jalen does and Chris, as far as his musical prowess and talent, is just a testament to the multiple talents that we all have and should be able to express when given opportunity.
It's such a special group. I look forward to seeing you at the event in a couple weeks. You guys can do so much, but not a golfer in the five. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm waiting to see one of the Fab Five get up one summer and actually stripe this thing off the tee. Hopefully to be you this summer.
You know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and get back my practice in because when I was playing 2-3 times a week, I could stroke that thing. I could knock it off the cover, but it's too far in between lately. But I'm going to focus. For you, Ben.
I love it.
For Jalen Rose.
For Jalen Rose. For the Jaguars. For the kids. Do it for the kids, Jimmy.
You know me.
I'm going to work hard at it. I'm going to be like Steph Curry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sending the ball back in the hole.
Hey, Jimmy, real quick, as I know Ben is as well, a 90s hip-hop fan here. What was the soundtrack of the Fab Five back in those days to get you hyped up for the games?
Oh, bro. Hey, we had so many. But if I was to say one in particular, it would be the Ghetto Boys.
Okay.
Ghetto Boys, yeah. Let you know what hang. So that was pretty much our mantra. We would stand in the tunnels, and you know how most teams be like, win or team or defense or whatever, right? We would always say, let your blank hang.
Cashews.
And so Fish used to be on fire. He used to hate that, but eventually we got him to embrace it as well.
It's the greatest team ever. It's the greatest team ever. Jimmy King.
Shout out to Scarface and Willie D, and rest in peace, Bushwick Bill.
Rest in peace, Bushwick. Hey, Jimmy, thanks so much, man, for checking in. I'll see you in a month.
I appreciate it. All right.
Jimmy King joining the show.